Vitality is our ability to have spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical bliss. Some call it paradise. We call it a game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So today we're talking about how older Black women prey on younger Black men and young boys, like teenage boys or whatever. I've got two videos that I want to play for you, and then I'm going to come back with my perspective. So let me share this one.
People ask me all the time, what made you start liking younger dudes? Like, how did you meet them? Like, when did it start? Well, this younger dude just slid in my DM and he was like, "What's up?" And I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Yo, I'm like trying to take you out." I was like, "Yo, you look a lot younger than I am." And he was like, "Okay." And I'm grown. I got my own everything. So then I went to his page and he had his own car, his own spot. He had long locks, skin like bronze, like he looked like the hood Jesus. Who was gonna turn down Jesus? So I was like, And he was like, "You could at least give me a chance, and if you ain't feeling it, then you ain't feeling it." And I was like, "You know what? I gave him a chance." I saw his money found. Like, "Oh, okay. Hood collection plate." He was about his bread. And he was fun. It was lit. Had a good time. Then he disappeared on me. And I was like, "What happened to Hood Jesus?" I was expecting him to rise again in 3 days, but he just dipped. Left me wanting to meet another one. People ask me.
So that was one, and I got one more for you.
Now, see, I recently been trying this cougar thing out, okay? And it is not half bad, honey. It is not half bad. See, there are perks to dealing with a young grown man, okay? See, like when you deal with an older one, he's going to send you pictures of his new gator shoes that he going to be wearing to church. But a young grown man, he going to send you a good D print. Now, everybody that knows me knows I'm not big on D pics, but a good D print, oh, honey, I can do those all day. He sent me a picture of his Dragon Ball Z Ethica boxer shorts. Honey, I never wanted to be hit by some fireballs so badly before in my life, okay? Scorch mama, honey. Set me on fire. I'll go see Dr. Sabi's son after, okay? Burn me.
So you guys were able to see those two videos, and if you're thinking that was the same woman, that was the same woman in both videos. And she wanted to try to make a little small point about mentioning that they were grown, but grown is legally 18, okay? In some states it's 17. Don't know where she is, don't know what state she is in, don't care. The thing about it is, how young are we talking? She's saying young, but how young? Are we talking an 18-year-old? Are we talking a 19-year-old? Are we talking a 17-year-old? Are we talking a 22-year-old? First of all, before we get into any of that, she was too annoying in that first video. So It was lit. I had a good time. Like, knock it off. Knock it off. Okay? Because if you saying you a cougar, you about my age or older. You in your 40s or your 50s. So you can knock off all of that bootleg where you trying to talk. And you're got yourself done up to appear younger, to appeal to younger men. But again, how young is young men? Because when the shoe is on the other foot, we don't like to see older men go after younger women, especially if that age gap is 15 years and 20 years and all that type of stuff. We don't like seeing that because we automatically believe that this man has preyed on this young girl somehow. Just like that Mike Holbrook that got arrested for marrying his goddaughter on her a couple of days after her 18th birthday. It was automatically assumed that he had groomed her because he knew her growing up. Now, I'm not saying that was the wrong assumption, but what I am saying is men aren't the only ones that do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Men are not the only ones that are predatory in our neighborhoods and in our communities and in and around our families. Okay? And a lot of the same situations apply because a predator is a predator. I don't feel no less threatened with a male lion than I do a female one. You understand what I'm saying? If I was locked in a cage with a male lion and then locked in a cage with a female lion, I'm scared both times. You understand? Because a predator is a predator. Both of them know how to do you in. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I'm questioning how young, because we know that these chicks will deal with a teenage boy. If that teenage boy is of a certain build, or he carry himself a certain way, or he act a certain way, she'll deal with a 16, 17-year-old boy. We have example after example of female teachers that are in high school that's dealing with them boys, and them boys is not 18. Okay? But if he happened to be playing on the basketball team, or he happened to be, you know what I'm saying, on the little football team, or he got a little height to him, or he got a little build to him, she want a piece of that smoke. And she don't care nothing about the fact that he's young and impressionable and can be groomed. And we got this sick thing like young boys can't be groomed by women to take part in their own abuse without realizing that they're being abused and taken advantage of. Here's where the real issues come in at. Because y'all old chicks, y'all old bird brains, y'all be transferring them old, bitter, mad at the world, rusty-egged demons to them young boys and them young men because you are experienced sexually, and so therefore it is easy to manipulate him. And usually, just like a male predator will do to a female predator will prey on a young man that does not have or has a very loose family support. Very loose, or it don't exist. There's no one around him that's really watching him, or there's no one around him that's really keeping tabs on what he's doing, where he's at, you know, how long he be gone, you know what I'm saying, and all of that type of stuff. You know, he kind of free to run the street a little bit. You know, he's 16, 17, 18 or whatever. He kind of free to roam around. And so she get her hooks into that boy. And the reason why a predator does that is because if that young man, that young teenager has somebody around him that's in his family that's noticing, wait a minute, especially another man, a grown man is gonna know when a young man done started getting a piece of that. Like, no, you ain't acting like that and ain't had none. Who you dealing with? Who is she? Now, he may assume at first that it's some kind of little high school chick that he dealing with. Don't let it kind of come out like, wait a minute. Wait, whoa. You done came over money. You done came up with new J's. You done came, and I know your mama ain't buying this stuff. Where you get? You ain't even got a little piece of job. That job ain't paying you enough to go get the new J's the day they drop. What's going on with who giving you this money? Who giving you? And it be these old, rusty-egged, crusty-egged hyenas that done sunk their teeth into these young men, grooming and manipulating them through sex and through money. Because if she's a lot older than him, she's well established in her life, you know, and so he's not. At 16, 17, he in his mama house or whatever situation he in. He ain't established. We know that. So she's taking advantage of his naivete. She's taking advantage of whatever situation he's in. Maybe he don't got nobody that buy him stuff and do stuff for him. And she offer, you know what I'm saying? I'll do it for, I'll get it for, you know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. That is grooming and manipulation. That is abuse. And don't nobody see it like that because it's women. Nobody saw the problem with Brittany Renner grooming PJ Washington as a young boy, not as a grown man. Nobody saw a problem with her showing up at them games before he hit the NBA. And all of that time, she was grooming him. She know how she looked, and she know he was going to have his nose open. And all she had to do was, you know, play coy. And as soon as he got old enough, she had a baby with him. And then she ran him through the ringer. Boy, bye. Ain't nobody thinking about you. I used you. I came around all them years to groom you so that you wouldn't suspect it. So that when I hit you upside the head with my threat, you was completely blindsided by that because you thought all that time I was really trying to be with you, but I wasn't. I was trying to get a bag, and I didn't bother to go and get it from a grown man that would peep my game. I went to go and get that bag from a naive young man who would not understand the type of manipulation that I was putting on him. Nobody saw a problem with Brittany Renner doing that because nobody sees a problem with these predators, these female sexual predators, because that's what they are. It's a form of not buck breaking, but buck making. You're making these bucks because you help to create a young man that only thinks sexually, right? And he goes out, and a lot of times he becomes that player, that guy that's just running through chicks. No type of, there's nothing to it. He just running through them. He's sexually experienced now because he dealt with a cougar. So, you know, he getting it in good at this point. And so he's going out there breaking off young girls that are around his age, and they going crazy, and he don't have nothing inside of him with that, for that. Because all that he's doing is perpetuating the cycle of brokenness and bitterness and emptiness and that predatory behavior that was demonstrated on him. He got preyed on. This woman did not have no love for him. This woman didn't love him and want to, you know what I'm saying? She just wanted one thing out of him for her own selfish sexual desires. So he goes out and he completes that cycle. He goes out and does the same thing to somebody else that was done to him. Thus, it's a cycle of passing on a sexual demon and a cycle of picking partners based on sex and lust. That is a transference of that demonic energy through sex. And these cougars are the ones that are ruining these young Black boys. Mess their head up. And because it's a woman and because of the stigma that's attached to it, where women can't be predators, a lot of times that young boy doesn't understand the psychological impact until he's older. And then he traces back his behavior to where he got it from. And then as an older man, he realizes, wait a minute, I was taken advantage of, and that's where I got that from. That's where I got broken. And then I was just doing broken stuff. Perpetuating these demons, man. These chicks is doing it too. It's not just the dudes. So I do not want to hear that it's just the men that's running around here being predatory. Nah, it's y'all too. It's sick. And y'all hiding behind these cute little names. I'm a cougar. No, you a predator is what you are. Because a cougar is a what? A mountain lion, which is what? A predator. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a thing a thing. Anyway, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this topic. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.